What's up, everybody? This is HFitum, and we are live playing some more Division 2. And I'm sorry about not live streaming yesterday, but you know, I slept in, and also PlayStation Network wasn't working. People weren't able to log in, so I wouldn't be able to live stream anyways, even if I wanted to. But they fixed it pretty fast. Hey, Keyblade. Did you know that PlayStation Network was out yesterday for a while? Yesterday? I guess. Because I didn't live stream Wednesday, and because I slept in, but also I slept for a while and I was like, I'm not live streaming. But then I was like, oh, I couldn't have live streamed if I wanted to, because, like, what would happen is I would turn my PlayStation on and it would fail to log me into my account, and this was happening with everybody. And Sony was like, we apologize, you know, we have reports saying that you guys are having a hard time, you know. I don't remember. It was, I want to say it was like 10, 11 at night, and it didn't get fixed until 1 in the morning. Yeah, that's because it was fixed by then. It was fixed at 1 a.m. Well, actually, I don't know when it happened. All I know is that I woke up around, like, I want to say it was like 8 or 9 in the afternoon, and it wasn't working. Like, I could not, like, log in. I couldn't watch YouTube, so I was like, oh man, I'm pissed. So so I was watching on my phone, and I saw a tweet that Sony said, like, oh, we're looking into this. And then I said, and this was like around 12, 1 in the morning, Thursday. And I was like, oh, you know, like, I was like, how long is this gonna be? So then I thought to check my my PlayStation app again to see if it would let me, like, access it. And it did, and I turned it on, and I was like, oh, that was fast. Well, I was sleeping, but it was like PlayStation was not working. Or the PlayStation Network wasn't working. Yeah. Man, this is gonna be a rough grind. Cause like I could not get yesterday or the day before that. I could not get through this one thing, and I need to do it to complete the game, or not, or to, like, you know, cause it's part of a main mission. It's like a stronghold or something. And it's really hard. Oh, and I don't know if I'm gonna probably buy Borderlands. I'm probably gonna buy Borderlands 3, but I don't know if I want to live stream it or not, because you know what 2K did? They there was this guy that was like, you know, like reporting, like, you know, like kind of like a journal, like a news journalist, like a news, like YouTuber that talks about news. All he does is Borderlands stuff, and like there was leaks that came out, and there's these private test Twitch accounts where they were showing off the Twitch extension, and people could see the names, and so they followed them on Twitch, and like the videos were privated. You could not like watch the video, but you could see the thumbnails, and from that people were getting information, speculating, you know, stuff like that. Well, 2K decides they don't like this YouTuber, so they send private investigators to his home, you know, and putting 7 copyright strikes on his copyright strikes on his like videos and stuff. 6 were removed. And it's like ridiculous. It's like, I don't know if I want to live stream if like a company's gonna act like that. You know what? Yeah, but like they're just being he's just, you know, reporting on the news. That's how news works. You know, you find a leak, and you like do research, and you see how like real or not real it is. You know, that's what being a journalist is. You know, it's like, what? Oh, the anime. What series? Oh, Invader Zim. Are you gonna let me use your account so that I can watch Invader Zim, because it's my childhood? I haven't done it yet, but it's like it's my childhood show. Well, I want to watch Rocko's Modern Live. Isn't that like getting continued on Netflix? No, Rocko's Modern Life is like an old cartoon that was kind of mature. Like, it was an old cartoon back in the day. That I managed to be able to watch, because, you know, like, I miss the good old days where they would, like, once in a while they would show reruns of old cartoons. But no, I guess Invader Zim has to be on Netflix, and the reason for that is it's too graphic for Nickelodeon. Cause like it was like I didn't get scared by it as a child, but I just thought it was cool and weird. Are they? Oh yeah, it's an animated movie, isn't it? Of what? What? What is Black Dust? I told you the beta was coming. Yeah. I will as soon as I get done with the live stream, which will probably be a while. Yeah, but it's gonna be a little bit, cause like I want to try to get as much done with this game as possible, cause I kind of want to play like new games on my channel. I want to play Watch Dogs 1 and 2, so that way when Watch Dogs Legion comes out, you know, I don't have it on my channel. I haven't played it on my. I haven't played them on my. No, I don't have the deal. I might have the DLC for Watch Dogs 2, but I'm not sure. But I don't have Watch Dogs 1 DLC. My what? Oh yeah, for Watch Dogs 2. It wasn't a season pass, it was DLC that I got exclusively, you know, for the PS4. Or something like that. It came in the box and I managed to use it in time before the thing expired and it still worked. What, Watch Dogs? Oh, yes. Did it? What did it update? Oh, it's trying to fix the bugs. Cause like I will admit that game looks fun, but it is rough. What do they call it? Call them infected? Well, Telltale Walking Dead doesn't call them zombies because it's supposed to be kind of like the Walking Dead movie, but the Telltale games take place in the comics. But oh, I'm stupid. No. I need to switch my Oh yeah, I want to watch that too. It's don't watch the Netflix movie though. Like I heard it's like really bad. Is there a dub version of it or is it just subbed only? Well, I think it's like I think the anime is already over, isn't it? Cause like it was a short like little anime series. I mean, it kind of makes sense though. I mean. Yeah. I guess. Is it? Yeah. Or I'm gonna have the fixture drawn. What does this do? The You like giving? I like giving them too. I can't have peanut anything. Yeah, well, it's not like I will go into what's that called, epileptic shock. It's not that will happen. It's that I'll literally throw up if I eat any kind of nuts. When they have allergic. Well, the thing is I wanted to try to attempt to make myself healthy, and because I don't really like any meat or whatever, I thought like the best way to replace my protein was to eat like cashews or nuts or whatever. But I quickly found out that it's not an option for me. Well, I'm not really allergic to anything except for nuts, and even then, I could technically eat it. It wouldn't kill me, but I would definitely get sick. Mm. Mm. What?
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Mm. Is she?
Hostile control point nearby.
Oh, come on!
Agent killed.
Oh, jeez. I try to get like my friends to play with me, but like ugh. I never fall asleep with my hand. I don't know if I have borderline sleep paralysis, but whenever I start to doze off, I do it slowly, and I slowly lose my motor function and my ability to hold on to stuff. Like I'm still awake, and I'm starting to slowly lose my ability to hold on to stuff. So like I wonder if I'm like somewhat borderline, like borderline, not borderline, but like borderline what you call it, sleep paralysis. What about like staying up late and sleeping in class? No, actually they praised me because even though I did stay up late, I still went to school and I still did my job like I was supposed to. Where other people, whenever they stayed up late, they would fall asleep in class, but not me, so, you know. I don't think you started watching anime back then. I think you recently started watching anime because, oh, you did. I thought you started it recently because I started watching it. I just wish that they would. I just wish they would come up with like a proper dub version that that dubs every episode, and there's no censorship in it. It's how it is pretty much in the actual, like, the sub version, except for it's like dubbed. Like, I would love that. Cause like I tried to watch the sub version, I really did, and I just could not get into it, of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, but I could just not get into it because I can't read very good. See, that's the only problem. That's the only thing that stops me from enjoying anime entirely. But yeah, because I have a hard time finding dub versions of stuff, you know. Well, no, there's English subtitles. That's what people like. They like that. We're the minority. Well, no, well, it's like, I wouldn't mind it so much if I could read. I just can't read that good. Also, even when I can read the subtitles, I can't read and focus on the action of what's going on. Like, I have to pick one or the other. I can't do both. They didn't teach us different languages in high school. They teach us, like, different holidays from different countries. You could learn that stuff. I heard that those extra classes were taken away because they got funded stripped from them. That's what I heard, and I was thinking, I bet you it's because they didn't let the kids, you know, that identify, you know, the transgender kids, like they didn't let the boys use the girls' bathroom, and they didn't let the girls use the boys' bathroom, and I bet you because of that the government took funding away. All I gotta say, and this is not me being mean, if you think the government is doing that because they respect you or that they're trying to protect you, whatever, think again, they found an excuse to basically not fund our schools. You know what? Like, that's the only that's the only reason why that's in place, because they because money. Well, I didn't get stuck in the same classroom. Like, I didn't like it though, because it was like a lot tougher than the classroom we were in, and yes. Oh, did you? I actually put on some weight too. For the longest time, I managed to stick to like 310. Now I'm 316. And I'm like, oh boy, I'm not telling my mom about this because she'll get upset. Well, you know, well, here's the thing though. I think there's a lot of things that's contributing to my weight gain. It could be because I'm eating too much pizza rolls, because now that I have a microwave and a mini fridge, I have easier access to it. Also, my mom's been buying me snacks and stuff, like unhealthy snacks. Also, I've been eating pizza like a lot lately, a lot more than usual. Yeah, or sometimes I'll feel depressed because like I do think I have depression, but like sometimes I'll get depressed and be like really upset, so like I'll eat because I'm upset.
Hostile broadcast picked up. Hostile control point identified.
Well, that's because Mountain Dew. That's because Mountain Dew's like the best thing on earth. Although I can't stand to drink. I don't think I can stand to drink the can version of it anymore. Well, no, I can't stand the can version of Mountain Dew. I'd rather drink the bottle version, like the 2-liter bottle version of it, because there is a difference. Because like I swear, the difference between them is that it's less acidy and like it makes my stomach hurt less when I drink the bottle version versus the can version. Don't know why, it just does. Dagnammit! Oh yeah, the Baja Blast. Everybody hates that Mountain Dew, but I actually like it. Hey, remember that Kim Possible thing that I guess they did that for a while in Taco Bell? It was called, what was it called, that Ron Stoppable got all the time in that taco place? It was like a nacho burrito. What? Oh yeah, you know what I heard about that? I heard that people were pissed because they didn't have enough consoles for all the winners. And they started getting into legal trouble, Taco Bell did. So like, they screwed up, and I guess they didn't have the and I would have been pissed too, because it's like, you enter a contest and you win, you're promised, you know, that you get this if you win, and it's not there. Like, a lot of people didn't get their consoles, which is kind of shady. Oh, do you know that hardware that Google Stadia has, that streaming service box thing? Apparently it's going to be bigger than the PS5 and Xbox 2 or Xbox Scarlet or whatever you want to call it. What, like a golden version of the PS4? I don't see how that would work very good, and like I imagine like it would have to be gold plated, because if like everything was made out of gold, like do you know how hot that thing would run? Because you know, metal, especially gold and stuff, is like a good conductor of heat. Do you know how hot that thing would run? I'm waiting for the PS5 because apparently it fixes the loading problem that so many PS4s had back in the... Well, now. Like, so like, Marvel Spider-Man is like half of a second or less than that. Like whenever you fast travel, like it takes like half of a second to load or something like that. I love the web swinging in Marvel Spider-Man. Although you know what drives me nuts? You know what drives me up the wall? Is that people critique the web swinging as like it's not anything groundbreaking, which I guess it's like not, but it's like pretty good. But like people argue that like, oh, you can just like hold down the R2 button and and you don't really have to do anything, and it's like, yeah, you can do it like that, but that's not how you're supposed to play the game. You're supposed to mix it up. You're supposed to like, you know, like do like raw one. You're supposed to like use zips and stuff, you know, to get some range and stuff. Yeah. How do you play with one hand?
Serious damage to the faction. Also, Henry has intel that a mechanical engineer from the campus settlement was brought here recently, so be on the lookout for captives.
Got a few hostiles ahead.
What? That's cool. Oh, hey, Keyblade, you know I've been getting new weapons. Oh, come on. Yeah, like, I'm getting legendary weapons. Do you know they're making a original comic book or original story for the Marvel Spider-Man game. Do you know they're making comic books for him now? Well, he doesn't really appear in comics, but Disney owns Marvel. Because Disney owns everything. Disney is our Lord and Savior, so you better... No, he was the co-creator of Spider-Man, but he did not own Marvel. Marvel used to be an independent company, but then Disney bought them. They also own Star Wars. Oh, do you know Disney is thinking about acquiring Activision Blizzard? Activision Blizzard, like, you know, like, so like Disney could potentially own Watch Dogs and stuff, or not Watch Dogs, not Watch Dogs, Overwatch, I mean. Oh, and you know what I heard about Sony's deal with Spider-Man and how it works? Yeah, shoot, like, how it works is that Marvel is not allowed to do the characters the way that they are in the comics, because if they you know that person that's supposed to be basically MJ but they're not calling her MJ, well, if they were to actually call her MJ and make her just like, you know, like comic book accurate, then if the rights were to revert back to Sony, then they couldn't do that version of MJ. You know, and so on with like each character, and I was like, that's kind of dumb and weird. Which it scares me that people are talking about the Sony deal like that, because it's like, it makes me wonder if Sony is gonna, if the rights are gonna revert back to Sony, like not soon, but like eventually. And if that's the case, then he's not gonna be in the MCU anymore, which sucks. Well, I heard he didn't really like him, but they were like, Sony was like, no, you gotta do it. His name is Sam Raimi, by the way. He was like, no, and he wanted to, he's like, he keeps thinking about Spider-Man 4 often, like what could have been, and fans are like that too. We're like, oh, what could have been. But you know what's interesting? I was watching a YouTube video, and this guy that was on a podcast, he says he doesn't know if this was originally supposed to be for like Spider-Man 3, or this was just something that someone came up with. But he said, like, you know, like originally, like, or something, it was like supposed to be like originally like Spider-Man was supposed to like it was supposed to, there was supposed to be like a big reveal that Spider-Man always had the symbiote on in Spider-Man 3. It's just you were seeing his red and blue suit, but you were seeing himself through his own eyes, like through his perspective, and then you go back and revisit those scenes, like, and he's wearing the black suit and he's doing like horrible stuff, and the big reveal was he was like wearing the suit like the whole entire movie. Which he doesn't know if like that was originally supposed to be for Spider-Man 3, or is something that someone came up with like as a fan. Which that would be a cool concept for Spider-Man 3 if that was the case. Well, I just want to play as Spider-Man in the black suit. Like ever since we got Web of Shadows, it's like, oh man, this is perfect. Well, there's a lot of people that say that Spider-Man 3 is a bad movie, Which I don't like how Venom is portrayed in the movie, but I still think the movie's still pretty good, even though it has a lot of flaws. And and when I was watching this podcast, they made a good point. MJ is a dick in the Spider-Man movies because, like, she's basically like saying like, "Oh, I'm marrying John Jameson," which I don't know if she really loves him. She's just doing it to get back at Peter. Yeah, because he didn't want her to be in danger. Because he saw with MJ, you know, or he saw with Aunt May, you know, the Green Goblin figured out his secret identity, and he put Aunt May in the hospital. So it's like, yeah, like I'd be scared to have a relationship too. Oh, and you know what's interesting? You know, Steve Franco, or whatever his name is, the guy that plays Harry Osborn in the Sam Raimi movies. And this was pretty interesting. Like, at one point, supposedly, Tobey Maguire was in relationship with Kristen Dunst, which is the actor for MJ. Like, in real life, like, they were in a relationship. But the guy that plays Harry also, you know, he loved, like, you know, Kristen Dunst, and he wanted to be in a relationship with her, but he couldn't because, you know, Toby was. And it was, like, interesting because it was kind of like, it's kind of like real life is mirroring the movie, kind of. Because, you know, in the movies, you know, it starts out that Harry's the one that's dating her at first, but then Peter gets her in the end. You know, and it's kind of like real life. So, like, supposedly, I don't know how true this is, but supposedly the guy that plays Harry tried to convince the guy that played Flash Thompson in the movie to, like, punch him for real. Because I guess some people hated Tobey Maguire that bad because apparently he's hard to work with. Yeah, but, like, apparently he was hard to work with, because, like, in Spider-Man 2, supposedly he claimed that he hurt his back working on Spider-Man 1, but in reality, he just wanted to get paid more money. He wanted to, you know, so. But I was just learning about this, and I thought it was interesting. Is he better than MCU Spider-Man? And a lot of people say that Spider-Man 2 is the best Spider-Man movie or the best superhero movie of all time. Which it really is a good movie. Well, that's because he's, like I said, he's hard to work with, and he's kind of picky about what parts he's in, what movies he's in. He played in this one called Planet of the Apes. He was a scientist. I don't remember. Yeah, oh, you know what's interesting about her that I learned? Do you know that Kristen Dunst is actually a blonde? She's not really a redhead, a natural redhead. So they dyed her hair red, I guess, because I don't think that's a wig. They dyed her hair red, and did you know that the actress that plays Gwen Stacy in Spider-Man 3, do you know she's actually a natural redhead? Like, how backwards is that? I didn't know. Oh yeah, wasn't it like a military thing that they tried to do, but went horribly wrong? Yeah, but she could have dyed. Yeah, but you could assume that she dyed her hair. But yeah, like I was like blown away that she's not actually a redhead. No, I think she looks good as a redhead. Was she? Interesting. Zombieland. Yeah. Yeah, the punch Tobey Maguire for real. No, but no, apparently that's what happened. So like from then on forth, it was awkward to like apparently shoot the like scenes and stuff because like. But I thought it was interesting because like real life imitated the movie. Well, it's interesting though because it's like I did not know that. Cause like cause it makes me wonder if like Sam Raimi like got the plot ideas from like actually from, you know, that like love triangle type thing. Which a lot of people hate love triangles, which I kind of do too. Cause like I think it's unnecessary. It's overdone. Cause it's like you got one person that's like he loves her and you know he loves her, but he won't admit to her that he loves her. And if he just admitted his like told her, you know, if you know they just told their feelings, you know, like hey, like I actually love you, then that love triangle would go away. But it's not going to because they need to have drama, and they need to have conflict. But I think that's kind of lazy writing in my opinion. Because love triangle is just a way to get conflict, you know. What in real? Oh, is that why you hate love triangles in real life? Because it's like. Well, it's lazy. It's lazy writing, in my opinion. Because like I can't tell you for certain if like I would do that in real life, like not like tell the person I love that I love them. I don't know. Yikes. Stop it. Get away from me. Well, you know, well, a lot of my friends like kind of drove me nuts in that school. No, you didn't, but I said a lot of them though did. Do you? Would you agree with that? Like, I'm not naming names, but for obvious reasons. But it's like a lot of them drove me nuts. Like, I could not stand to hang out with them because, and it's the same. And like, as much as I hate to say it, like, it's the same reason why I don't like hanging out with my mom, because she drives me nuts too. Yeah, but that's not the reason. It's I don't want to say because I don't want to offend anybody, but it's like it's because she's too hardcore religious, and she doesn't approve of my lifestyle and the life that I chose. Like, I don't know about you, but I can't stand it when people try to live your life. Or they try to tell you what you should do with your life, and it's like, no, it's my life, I'll do what I want. No. Her stepfather, like, made me uncomfortable because, like, I felt like he didn't really care too much for me because I didn't have a job. And, like, from where he's from, you provide, you like work and stuff. He's like, in our household, we all work, and it's like, cause like I guarantee you, like, I don't think my ex-girlfriend's mom really cares if she like actually had a job or not. I think her stepdad was like, you need to get a job because I said so. But like, there's a lot. Like, it used to be like I'm lazy. I want to do YouTube for a living, because like that's my dream job. But it's like I keep hearing about how awful it is to work at a lot of retail jobs, a lot of retail stores and stuff, because they treat you like crap. Like with Walmart's. Like, if you work at Walmart's and you mention the word union, they will fire you because they don't want to talk about unions. And also if you get hurt on the job and you report it and you get workman's comp, they will lower your hours so that they don't have to pay you too much workman's comp. So they only have to pay you like $25, because that's how bad they are. They don't even want to pay you workman's comp if you get hurt. Oh yeah, they're starting to do that on Sony. Like not like real money, but they said like you could get like PlayStation money, which I'm fine with that because that means I get to buy more PlayStation games. Well, that's because the first game is so good. She needs to play. Like, I don't know if she knows how to play video games, but it's a good game. Well, then she should play it. Do you know Crash Bandicoot 2? That remake, Crash Bandicoot Kart 2, or Racing 2 or whatever? Do you know they put microtransactions in it? Even though the original one didn't have microtransactions in it? Because Activision's like aren't you tired of companies doing that? Like you know what? If you want to do that in your new games, you know what? That's fine. But I'm not gonna play your games, and I'm not gonna buy them if you do that. But at the very least, you better not do it in your older games that you want to remaster or remake, because that's unacceptable. Yeah. Well, actually, people were pissed because they wanted the physical copy to have like all three Spyro games on the disc, like have 3 discs or whatever. Because if you bought there is no reason to buy the physical copy. If you bought the physical copy of Spyro Reunited Trilogy, you only got the first game on the disc. You had to download the rest of them, you know, digitally. And it's like, at that point, what's the point of buying the physical copy? Dagnammit. What? What happened? What is? What is? Oh, yeah, do you know there's people, you know, I was pissed because, like, Atlas, when he releases his games, they come out in Japan first, which drives me nuts. Like, I wish they would come out simultaneously, but it doesn't. It takes longer for it to come out in America, because I was waiting for Persona 5, you know, Dancing in Starlight. It just, like, somewhat recently came out, you know, in America. But I saw YouTubers that were already playing it because... No, because, they bought the Japanese version. I guess, I don't know. Well, that's morning. It's technically morning, but it's dark. Well, I'm thinking about, like, staying up late and reading some comics. Yeah, because I got some mangas. Well, that's because people like the sub version, because, for one, if the actor is bad, you can't tell because you don't speak Japanese. Oh, oh. Well, still, like, the other characters talk. Not your character, but other characters talk. Right? No, I said the other characters, not your main character, but the other characters that you interact with talk. Correct? I know, but that's why people like Jap sub versus dub, because, you know, for that reason, because, like, well, it is a Japanese game, but they also made a dub version, though, didn't they? Yeah, Sony is a Japanese company. Did they? Oh yeah, then they come out with, like, the PlayStation 1, but it had, like, it didn't have very many, like, games, or it didn't have a good selection. I thought about buying it because it had Persona 1 on it, and I wanted to play Persona 1. Yeah. Yeah, but they can put online on there. They do that with a lot of their clone consoles. Man, I love this gun. It's so good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised there is no pre-order thing yet. Although it should be happening pretty soon. If not in October. Well, it has to be October. Well, it's a reboot, isn't it? Is it? Well, not. Well, aren't the comics like Marvel comics? Yeah. Man, I love this gun. Oh. At least my live stream didn't happen, didn't get shut down. It said that you're no longer in the party due to internet error or whatever. I think it's like, you know that kid I used to play with where he was able to get your IP address, and he was able to like kind of boot you or whatever. I think that he does that every once in a while to just yeah. I mean, I have no proof of that, but that he actually is doing that. Well, that's the problem, is like, well, I know it. Yeah. You know what? I like Miles's portrayal in Marvel Spider-Man, and I like his portrayal in Spider-Verse. I heard apparently like Miles Morales was never a good character in the comics, and he was never a fleshed out character, but people seem to agree that they like Marvel Spider-Man's adaptation of Miles' character, and they like the Spider-Verse's, you know. And people are saying that there shouldn't be another Spider-Verse sequel because the first one did so good, it doesn't really need a sequel. Well, I never really read the Ultimate Comics and stuff, but it's like, I just heard he was never a good fleshed out character until recently with Spider-Verse and Marvel Spider-Man. Oh shoot. I hate this. Yeah, well that's because in the comics she died in the Amazing Spider-Man comics. You know what's interesting is that the parallels that someone like talked about in the different movies between Sam Raimi's version and Mark Webb's version is that in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, Peter is kind of like at his lowest when it's starting out, and then by the time he gets to Spider-Man 3, he his life is great and stuff, where in the Amazing Spider-Man movie, he starts out as his life being like the best life possible, other than he doesn't know about his parents very well or anything. Other than that, his life is great, but by the time he gets the Amazing Spider-Man 2, his life is like trash and stuff. Well, people don't like that because it basically ruins what makes Spider-Man a good character, is that anyone could wear the costume, but in the Amazing Spider-Man movies, like no one else could wear the costume because like his father injected the spiders with his DNA, so only Parkers that have the Parker DNA will be able to benefit from, you know, that they won't mutate or whatever. Anybody else that tries to use it will mutate. But it's like, it's either that or you get like a bad plot hole. If that wasn't there, there would be a big plot hole. Cause like, out of all the people, cause here's the thing, I think it has to be there even though it ruins the character a little bit, is that I think the plot hole would be too big. Because out of all the people that mutated and stuff trying to enhance herself with the cross-species, you know, DNA, like how come Peter didn't transform, you know? So like they had to do that kind of, because they written themselves in a corner by going well, the first one was the sequel to Spider-Man 1. It takes place after the movie. Well, then they made Amazing Spider-Man 2. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is garbage. It would be passable if the hero or menace system wasn't in the game. Like, I swear I hate that. Cause well, I don't mind putting Fisk in the game, but I wish that they would have just kind of focused on the Kraven angle. Because the only interesting story that is in the game is Kraven the Hunter. That's the only interesting part of the game, because basically his thing is that he's been following Spider-Man since Amazing Spider-Man 1 video game, keeping tabs on him. Well, the one who's pulling the strings is Fisk. Well, I want to read all the Spider-Man comics, but that would be like hard to do. Well, in Spider-Man 3, didn't he thought he killed Sandman? Like, that was dark. You could in Spider-Man 3 on the Xbox and PlayStation 3. Like, you could go in there anytime, though. Well, I told you, the reason why is because back in the old day, playing the characters that they played in the movie was part of their contract, so they were contract obligated to do it. Now, these days, you know, they would have to be paid extra money, not to mention that they would have to pay money for the likeness. So that's why they couldn't even get, that's why they did the first person view for Peter and Amazing Spider-Man 1, because they could not really get the money to secure the likeness. So they kind of did it with Amazing Spider-Man 2, but still it just looked bad because they just couldn't get the likeness.
I hope you burn this whole place to the ground.
What? Well, I don't mind if a Spider-Man game doesn't have free roam, but it better have a good story. It's good, though. Yeah, he's like, oh, this is kind of strange or something like that, didn't he? That game is good. Yeah. Yeah, it drives me nuts that they put the fast travels in there, because I don't use the fast travel at all. I swing in like to everything. I only use it whenever it forces me to do it for tutorial's sake, and I only used it a few times to get the trophy, but the whole point of Spider-Man is to swing if there's a free roam. Oh yeah, to go, yeah, in the main Spider-Man 2. Yeah, well, that's kind of nothing new. He always doesn't have money. He's like, nah. Well, they're not together, but he still has... You can tell that they both have feelings for each other. They always did. No, she gets mad, but here's the thing, she does stupid stuff. Well, that's because she was an actress in the comics. Or she was like a model slash actress. She's a photographer slash reporter, yeah. Well, Peter was also a photographer. He did work at the Daily Bugle, but not at the time that you were playing the game. I guess. Eh! Someone blew up. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Ah.
Agent vital sign.
Oh yeah, it's called Spider-Man the Animated Series. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what drove me nuts? I didn't notice this as a kid, but they couldn't say the word kill. or like they did for like the first or second season, but it's like that drove me nuts. Well, wouldn't you hate it too? Yeah, he faked his death in the comics for Venom. Oh, that's not. They're not bugs. They're nanite. They're nanite robots.
Serious trauma detected.
Yeah. Yeah, it's called wasn't it called Counter Earth? He's doing the same thing that he did on his Earth. Which is
Vital signs critical.
oh, did it?
Agent deceased.
Yes. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, there's a female Venom, like his ex-wife kissed him. Oh, I thought that was so hot. That's hot. That's hot. Will Smith's quote of the year. That's hot.
Serious trauma detected.
Dynamite.
Agent vital.
I like how he says we in this movie instead of I, like he did in the Spider-Man 3 movie. I guess, I don't know. Well, it's fire and sound, and same with Carnage. Oh yeah, well they kind of alluded to the fact because of they saw Cletus Cassidy, and he's like, "There's gonna be carnage." Oh, did you read the comic where he takes over America? Or it's called Carnage USA. That was so awesome but stupid at the same time. Oh.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
No! That was a clone that was... it happened to. Oh, I mean, haven't you heard of the Clone Saga? I'm not reading the Clone Saga because no one can explain it to me what it is. It's that confusing. Yeah, he told the Daily Bugle and instead of checking and like they just kind of ran with it for a while. Dagnabbit. Man, that drives me nuts. Actually, I don't know if that was in the comic books or not. You know what I wanted to read? I wanted to read the comic book adaptation for the movie, the tie-in movie comic book. Do you know there's you know the Amazing Spider-Man movies? Do you know there's a tie-in comic book that takes place before the second movie? And it talks about why they changed the costume. Yeah.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Dagnabbit. Well, that's because he's a clone.
Agent deceased.
Ooh, I blinded him. What the? Oh, do you want to hear something that's gonna blow your mind and it's gonna gross you out at the same time? Did you know sometime after Gwen Stacy died, or no wait, hang on, I'm trying to think. Like she didn't like he somehow either Norman Osborn somehow either brought her back to life, or he made a clone of her. Anyways, they had sex with each other. They had a daughter. And she's like supposed to be a teenager. And Norman's like this old guy. And he they had a baby. And Peter learns it the hard way. Like, what do you think, Keyblade? What did you think of that? Did that gross you out? Like, why? They also did weird things with Mary, or not Mary Jane, with Aunt May too. Like with the timeline, like supposedly, like somehow. Come on. There we go. No, I don't. You know what's weird is that the gear drops. What the? Well, supposedly she like somehow Norman either made a clone of her or brought her back to life, and like I said, had sex with her. And they also did something weird with Aunt May too. I can't remember what it was. Like somehow. Like there's a because he meant their daughter. He meant like no, she died. He killed her after a while, but like no, he Peter met Gwen's daughter, Gwen and Norman's daughter, and he learned it the hard way. How would you feel if you're Peter Parker and you learned that not only is your girlfriend wasn't dead like you presumed she was, but she had sex with your nemesis that you've been rivals for a while, and they had a daughter? Like, how would you feel? He was, because like he met Gwen's daughter, because like his daughter looks exactly like Gwen Stacy. I don't remember, but I don't know. I guess he either went to the same school or something. I don't even know how the had happened. No, she was a teenager by this point. By the time, no, this happened like sometime right after Gwen's supposed death, I guess. So like by the time Peter meets her, she's like a teenager.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Well, they had sex. No. Gwen has sex with Norman, and then they have a baby together. Yes, that's how he found out about it. Dadgummit! I'm getting tired of dying all the time, and I wish people would play with me, but I can't find no one to play with, because no one plays this game. But I want to finish it because my sister bought it for me, and also, I don't like to like have unfinished series on my channel. So there's that. Well, you need to level up because I'm higher level than you. I also got higher level gear than you. What about the one with Gwen Stacy and Norman having sex? Yeah, he learned it the hard way. Like, how bad is that he had to learn it that way? Well, Gwen had the baby. It's not like the... Oh, and like they did a weird thing with Aunt May where like they told a story about Aunt May and supposedly like they're like it kind of alluded to the fact that Aunt May isn't Peter's aunt but actually the biological mother. Like no, it kind of alludes to that or something. I don't remember the comic, but it was weird. They were FBI agents in the comics. Because they were framed by Red Skull that they were traitors, but they're not actually traitors. Yeah, that was in the Ultimate Comics. They went the Ultimate route in the Spectacular Spider-Man series. Yeah. Oh, come on. This is bullcrap. And here's the thing. I do see people on here, my friends, but when I try to contact them, they don't answer me. They don't answer me on the mic party. Well, it's I don't know. Maybe they... Like, they're probably already max level. I'm not. I'm almost max level. I'm level 26. And my gear set's coming together. I will. I will after I do this live stream. And there's this one guy that I played with on like one stream, and he was like a really cool guy, but I have a hard time reaching him because he has a girlfriend and he also works a lot, I guess, which I can understand. I don't think I can have a girlfriend right now because I'm too focused on making my YouTube career. Do you hope that that's what you do, or... I don't know if I want kids. And here's the thing. I don't want to date women that have kids because, and it's not because I don't like kids. It's that I wouldn't know how to be a father. I could barely take care of my own self. Plus I don't have a job, so I wouldn't be able to give the mom the, the financial, security that they deserve. Yeah, and the thing that drove me nuts, well, I don't know nuts, but like the thing, and it wasn't like a deal breaker, but I didn't like the fact that we couldn't kiss. Because I've always wanted to kiss a girl. I never kissed a girl. Yeah, I know you did. We know what you did, son. Yeah, we know what you did, son. We know what you did last night. Oh, would you be willing to date someone that just wants a friends with benefits? I thought about it. I'd be up for it, cause like.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent killed.
That would be horrible, wouldn't it? And one day I'll get it. That pussy is calling my name eventually. It'll come. I wouldn't be saying that out loud. I mean, nobody knows her name, so I don't think she can get in trouble, but... Was she good looking? Oh, she had cancer. That sucks. Well, you know what? You did something nice for her. Well, who doesn't love sex, man? You should have.
Signs 0.
So you had unprotected sex. Oh. Cancer. There's this hot looking girl that like I saw on this like dating site, but she had kids and I was like, no, I can't, I don't deserve someone that has kids. Man, you're stupid. You set yourself on fire. You set yourself on fire, you idiot. Well, I can barely take care of myself. That's why I don't think I'd need to date someone that has kids. And plus, I don't have a stable job and paycheck, so I wouldn't be able to support the kid or the wife. Well, yeah, well, there's a lot of teen pregnancy. You know what drives me nuts? Is that people act like teen pregnancy is like skyrocketed, or they act like this is a new thing, but it's not. It's happened for years. Because my mom had kids when she was young. My sister had kids when she was in high school, and she dropped out of high school because she was pregnant. So this is not a new thing, and people act like it's new and like, oh, like this is a problem. It's like, no, it's not. It's been going on. Hey, Nova. Thanks for dropping a like. Would you like to, you know, join me? And, you know, cause like I'm having problems. What? Wait, what? Oh, yeah? What, did your mom not like that? Why, I don't think that was a thing. I know that me and, you know, the V, like, I'm not saying his real name, but I'm just calling him V. Me and him were very good at doing the tables, and we were very good at the recycling bin in our school. Yeah. Holy crap. I feel bad for him because even though he was like the nicest person ever, he still got pulled into the bull crap, which was our classroom.
If Emily gets away, finding her isn't gonna be easy. Gotta stop that.
Like seriously, like he got in trouble with all of us because the bathroom incident that happened, and then we remember, you know, that new kid, you know, not saying his name, but like he like. V was pulled in to like the bullcrap because, you know, like they're like, oh, you guys are a bunch of bully. I'm disappointed with you guys, but he turned out to be a dick anyway, so it's like, whatever. And I felt like everybody is responsible for making him feel unwelcome and uncomfortable because the whole situation was uncomfortable, but made by everybody. Come on! Well, that's because it's like, I like it though. I know. You know, you want me to, that trailer, I hate to say it, that trailer is, you know what's weird about that trailer? That trailer is simultaneously trash, and it intrigues me all at the same time. How is that even possible? Because that trailer looks like it wasn't supposed to go out yet, or like they rushed it out, because there's like no dialogue in it whatsoever, and there's just little scenes like cut together that were finished. so like it was so like it intrigued the teaser. It intrigued me and was like crappy all at the same time. It's like I don't know, but like there's something bad happening. There's something bad happening. Oh, Prince Charming. Yeah, well, I heard he might come back. I heard. Well, there's series going around that his brothers made him do that. Oh, great, internet. If well, there's gonna be a person that has like wind, fire. They're basically copying Last Airbender. Because it seems like there's people with elemental powers.
There are big tanks on either side of the boat.
Those tanks are a primary target. What about Emily?
Already aboard the boat. Assuming that was her.
Okay, I finally made it back to the point where I died. Oh, dang it.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Did they? Hmm.
Agent killed.
No, no. Well, the one that interests me is that's new is the firefighter one. I don't know. Come on! Come on, stand up, stand up, stand up. Yeah, you like that, son? You like getting shot with bullets in the gut? You like it? Bet you do. You know what my favorite vampire show? Blade. The Blade anime. Remember that? That show was awesome. Well, that's because they're addicted to it. I haven't smoked in a really long time. What, you mean my Juul vape? Well, I've been, smoking real cigarettes because I've been, like, missing real cigarettes. Because, like, I miss the... But I'm still gonna use it for, like, winter when it's too cold to smoke in the garage. And I'm gonna use it for when I'm out and about because, I don't want to deal with ashes when I'm, like, going somewhere. Okay. Yeah, it is. Yeah, blew you up. Yeah, you're on fire. Take that. Oh, man. Okay, I'm doing better. I just had to step away for a while. Oh, there they come again. Alright. To what? I guess. Yeah, you're on fire. Oh, yeah. Come on. Yeah. Oh man, I did the right thing in getting on this railgun. Alright. I am on a railgun. What? Did you? No. You know what I wanted to eat, but you know that, remember that Kim Possible taco thing I was telling you about? The, what was it called? I can't remember. But basically, it was a burrito with cheese, a bunch of cheese inside of it, and a bunch of nacho chips inside of it. Oh, you mean Invader Zim? Yeah.
Vital signs critical.
Oh, so it has a subtitle to it. Well, I seen the teaser for it, but I think there's another trailer that dropped. Yeah, there's no release date for it, is there? There you go. Yes. Yeah, I guess. No! I died. Please tell me there's a checkpoint for this. I don't know. Well, Invader Zim isn't their own show. What about what?
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Dagnammit.
Agent killed.
I almost had it. I almost had it and screwed it up at the end. I don't know. Well, he was always a bad guy. No, because he's really incompetent. That's the whole idea. Is that he's an incompetent. He's incompetent in his ability to take over planets. That's the whole idea of the show. Let's try to get on this real gun. Is there? Do you know they're rebooting it? They're rebooting that show on Cartoon Network. Yeah, I hate that. I can't stand it. I wish they would just leave my childhood stuff alone. If you're not gonna continue it, or you're not going to respect what it was, and you're gonna dumb it down for like little kids, then I don't want you to bring it back. I don't. Like, just stop. The what? Did they? For what? ve444nom's? Well, they're able to do that because they make 10-minute episodes, which I don't like. Because they're like, oh, you know, kids have a short attention span, okay, well, and I'm like, well, have you tried to make a good story? Like even like when I was a little kid, supposedly we had bad, you know, attention span, but you know what? Like Ben 10 was an interesting show, so I could sit and watch it, you know? Was it? Well, they're about 10 to 11 minutes because kids have a short attention span. Bull crap. Make better story. Make it better. What? Do you mean the season finale? I hate Teen Titans Go. You know what drives me nuts? Crap. You know what drives me nuts is every time someone complains about like the Marvel cartoons today or whatever, they're like, well, it's for kids. And I say I don't care, because you can make a cartoon show that everyone could watch and enjoy, because there's proof of that, because kid cartoons used to be that, you know, it's something that, yeah, it was targeted towards kids, but adults could watch it too, you know. But, like, and here's another thing, okay, if it's like meant for like small children or whatever, then where's the shows for me? Because I like Spider-Man too. I like, you know, all these different characters. Where's the cartoons for me? And it's like, oh, cartoons are only for kids. You don't get one that's for your, like, sorry. And it's like, really? No! For what? Mm. Oh, come on, screw off. Mm. 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 Yeah. No!
Agent.
I don't know. Will there ever be a 2099 video game? I don't know. I would love to web swing through 2099's future New York. That'd be so cool. And Shattered Dimension, you could kind of do that. Yeah, Alchemex. Don't you mean game? Don't know. Well, didn't you see my Let's Play of that? Shameless plug. You know, you can go watch that on my channel. Yeah, I know. I need to, but there's so many stuff. Yeah, I was talking to Connors. Oh yeah, and his story doesn't get resolved. I don't know, they leave you on a cliffhanger. Yeah, but he was cool. You had to wear your black suit, like when you were fighting his wife. Well, you could swing, but it was just bad. It wasn't as good as the... Well, yeah, that was weird. Well, you could swim in the Xbox and PlayStation 3 version. But in Spider-Man 2, they knew that people hated it, but they made a level that was designed, you know, just like in the movie, where there's water everywhere and you get knocked around in the water. But they still chose to do it. Well, you can swim. Well, yeah, I don't know why they decided to do that. Well, they did it in a lot of games because they didn't want to animate the swimming. Because, like, even in Web of Shadows, you could swim in there. It didn't really serve any purpose. Neither did any of the games where you could swim. But, you know, it was a cool option. Oh my god. No! Why? Do you know I beat that game? Did you collect all the spider emblems? You know what I heard? I heard that those spider emblems are not in set locations. They move around after a while. And this guy was like, I swear that they designed it so you can find more than like one or two every time you boot up the PS2. I never got it, but basically what you got for it is you got the black suit back at the end of the game, and you didn't have to you know, press quick time events to take your suit off. On what? On which version of it? Because the one that's more tolerable to play, in my opinion, even though there's certain stuff I like about you know, Spider-Man 3 on the Xbox, I still think the one that's like, you know, well, no, on the PS2 is the PlayStation. The Spider-Man 3 version is on the PS2, or the PlayStation 2 version of Spider-Man 3 is on the PS2 is better, even though it lacks in content and it's like short. I would say it's more tolerable, and you're not weak. In fact, when you're in the black suit, you're overpowered. Yeah, sure. No. That's because it was kind of a flat texture.
Serious trauma detected. Agent.
Alright, that's... Oh yeah, you had to do the quick time events, and they were kind of hard to do. Well, the thing is as a kid, I didn't know, like, since I couldn't read and stuff, I didn't know how to use the mechanic to swave the glider around so that you didn't get hit with a car. Well, I've figured it out after a while, and I'm able to do it like really easy now. You know what I need to do, and I'm not doing enough? I need to do more blind firing. Because that was a big thing in the first division. Because basically it allowed you to fire without aiming and without like going up like from cover. I think that's my problem though. I need to do more blind firing. But but I haven't had to really do that for a long time. Man, you guys are on fire. Oh shoot, I'm on fire. Oh shoot.
Vital signs critical.
Come on. Why can't you start? Does it? So it should be open to everybody. Yeah. Come on.
Vital signs 0.
You know what? This probably take a while, but actually, hang on a minute. I got a legendary glove. I almost got all legendary items. In what? It should. We're in North America. Yeah, I'm cheesing a little. I'm using this fighter drone to fight my battles for me. For now.
Vital signs critical.
Come on. There we go. Yeah, there you go. There we go. They're so distracted. Man, they're so stupid. There we go. Now while they're distracted, I'm gonna get on top of here. Ooh. No, why am I getting caught on fire? No. I have a feeling that this level is meant to be played with multiple people. That's why I hate these type of games, because they're designed to play with other people, but there's no one playing this game because nobody likes it or something. I don't know. Oh my god!
Agent killed.
I'm switching back to the fixer drone.
Serious trauma detected.
Come on. There we go. He blew up. Yeah, see, this works 100 times better. Okay. Come on. What happened? No! Come on! No, not you. The game. The stupid game. I keep dying over and over again. Okay, Steven. Well, it might be the same deal with Anthem. How Anthem, you were able to download the open beta, but you weren't able to play it until whenever they told you could play it. Ah. Okay. Oh, it's just me and you. This weekend I might try to just play this mission without, you know, off screen. If we can't get it today. Come on. Now let's try this again. But hopefully we won't have to do that. Hopefully I'll be able to beat this. I might start putting my PlayStation my gamer tag in the description below, so that way people can add me. Don't be afraid to add me, cause like I need more people to play this game with me, cause we're so close to beating it. If I just had like 2 or 3 people at the most, we could probably get stuff done a lot quicker. We're gonna get rid of all these bad people first. Nope. Stay away from me. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna try to get all the bad guys first, and then we'll deal with these red tanks later. We'll get this eventually. It's not that I really suck at this game either, at least I don't think I do, it's just I'm overwhelmed. Here, let's see what happens when I take this out. Did I take all the bad guys out? I guess I did. Oh. Come on. Well, I like these little guns. Oh. I should just stay on here. No. Oh my god. I'm getting really pissed. Cause like, I don't get it. Come on. Yeah, I think this helps the blind fire. Come on. And I'm almost ready to level up again, which is nice. There we go. Now I finally got them all. Now I just need to get rid of all the enemies, and then we're golden. There we go. Yeah, blind shooting is the way to go. Yep. Oh well. Oh my god, this game is I'm sorry, but this part is like unfair. It's I mean I could have done something different there, but it's just I just wish I had more people to play with. But I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'll get this eventually. Okay, let's get back. Oh, great. Hey, we're back. I mean, yeah. Oh, this is like very limited to where. Help, help, help. Wait, can I not call for backup? Why? Oh. kind of getting hungry too. I think it's stupid how this is set up.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Serious trauma detected. Agent vital signs 0.
Yeah, again, call for backup in this either. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. My friend's here. He's on finally. There we go. No, I won't. Mm. Heh. Whew, jeez. You guys are getting all mowed down. Yeah. Man, you guys are nothing. I mean, I say that, but I keep dying from you over and over again. Come on, come on. Heh, you blew up. Oh, come on. Whew. Heh. Oh, I just leveled up. Level 27. There. Almost back where I was. Come on, come on. Okay. Come on. There we go.
Vital signs critical.
Come on. Ooh.
Serious trauma detected.
No.
Signs zero.
Mm.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
No.
Agent. Deceased.
I think I'll stop here. I think I'll try to like get through this off screen sometime. Cause like I'm not getting anywhere. But if you like what you saw and you would like to join me in these type of games, then join my Discord in the description below. But if you like what you see, please make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that you know when I upload more live. And I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Bye.